AI startup Anthropic is facing a copyright lawsuit from a group of authors claiming it used pirated copies of their books to train the chatbot Claude. This is just the latest of legal battles in the industry as lawmakers attempt to legislate the industry. And one California lawmaker is proposing a bill to lay out the guardrails for the safe development of AI, but he's facing plenty of pushback from those companies. Here with the latest on this, we've got our very own Akiko Fujita. Akiko, what do we know so far?
Yeah, Brad, this is a bill that's being closely watched in part because major tech firms developing AI are all based here in California. So companies like Meta, Alphabet, OpenAI, and Anthropic, they would all be bound by any state law that's signed. So any changes to the way they operate would have broad implications for their technology. Other state and federal lawmakers are also watching this one closely to see if California sets the standard for others to follow. Remember, there is no federal law on the books right now that sets guardrails for AI developers, just an executive order that was signed by President Biden last year. So here's what SB 1047, which is what this bill is, spells out. As it stands, it would require companies to test the safety of AI technology they're developing before releasing it to the public. The firms would be required to grant the state attorney general access to the unredacted safety and security protocol in addition to reporting each AI safety incident. The bill would then also give the attorney general the right to sue companies if their technologies caused serious harm. Now, the bill is expected to pass the legislature by the end of the month. Governor Gavin Newsom has not said if he plans to sign it into law, but the bill's author, California State Senator Scott Weiner, has faced plenty of pushback from critics who say the proposed law stifles innovation. Now, opponents are concerned that the threat of legal action would discourage larger tech companies from open sourcing their technology, sharing the underlying software code with other developers. And the result, they say, would hurt smaller startups who are building on the work of big tech firms. Supporters like former Google researcher Jeff Hinton, who's also known as the godfather of AI, says these guardrails are critical to prevent disasters at a time when companies are chasing profits over AI safety. Now, we talked about the pushback that the state lawmaker faced here. Since then, he has amended the bill to bring into consideration some of the criticism of that. Now, 8 state lawmakers have already urged Governor Newsom to veto the bill. You've also got congressmen like Ro Khanna, who represents Silicon Valley, saying this just isn't the right approach. But remember, Brad, it was just last year that we had CEOs, those like Sam Altman from OpenAI, as well as the CEO of Anthropic, testifying before Congress, urging lawmakers, at least in D.C., to regulate the industry. So some are saying, look, what is this about face that we're saying? The argument on one side would be that the state isn't where laws should be set, at least on the issue of AI. But we're talking about the end of the month, next week. So we'll be watching this one closely to see if, in fact, it does pass the legislature, which it is expected to, and whether, in fact, Governor Newsom does sign it into law.
All right. I know you'll be all over that one, continuing to track the latest developments there. Akiko, thanks so much for the update here. Appreciate it.